Hi, welcome to Cooking with Corin. How are you? It's a weekend night. Usually I'm out, but instead I was home having my second dinner with, or should I say virtual dinner. I was having virtual dinner. Oh, and I will be sharing my virtual dinner series. And for right now, it's kind of hot in here. That's why I'm like clearing my throat, because when the heater's on, it dries everything out, right? So always getting water. What I'm doing here is steak and lobster. So I'm going to show you exactly just what I do, and I'm not even going to really tell you except to the intro, which the lobster, I cut the tails out, and then I soaked them in lemon. I squeezed lemon, and I've been turning them a few times. And then I took a little sea salt, and I sprinkled it on there. The fillet, or should I say ribeye, which is the closest to fillet as far as tenderness goes. I always do my regular, which is Heinz 57 and A1. And I'm not promoting either one of those steak sauces, except I am personally telling you that the mixture of the two is absolutely to barbecue for. Oh, and also my oven is not working, so let's fire up the stove, shall we? And I'm going to show you my grill. Okay, so we have this, and we're going to get it, right now we're going to start it low for a second. We're just going to get them on, and always check with gas stoves. Don't ever like assume, right? So then we're going to get our olive oil, of course, and we're going to put some foil down on the middle grill because I don't want to mess it up. I'm a multitasker. I have to save myself cleaning. And plus, this will just be a way to catch the grease from the lobster, you know? And then I won't have to worry about any cleanup. All right, so both of those are lit, and we have some chopped garlic here. And I always prep things, like this one needs a little, like any bruise, I always cut off. I don't even put those in the garbage disposal. I try not to, because they'll make your kitchen smell like garlic. Now, I want to put a little bit of onion on top of the steak while it's cooking in the skillet. So it's like, I'm not used to cooking in the skillet, although I could cook anywhere. I could even light a fire or get a coconut if I had to. So I'm going to get a nice big thick slice because I want that sort of presentation. That's pretty good, although that wasn't the one I was looking for. I have a feeling there's going to be two of them, because that one even came apart and I want it to be whole. So now we have a nice arena here, so we can get a lot of that. It's kind of slanted, but it works. It is what it is, and it's not meant to be perfect, as long as it tastes good. And indeed, this recipe does. I'm with it for many barbecues. So just put that down on top of your steak, and then take the other ones, of course. I've already put black peppercorn, sea salt on this also. And you want to cook the one that's already been, let's add a little spice. The one that's taking the longest, which is the steak, we'll get a little bit of serrano and put it in with the olive oil that's going on the bottom of the pan, extra virgin. I don't want too much spice. I do, but I'm also cooking for my mom, and I don't want to like give her too much because she actually, let's take one out. She prefers it not so spicy, and so I'd like her to be able to enjoy it opposed to not enjoying it. Okay, so here we go. Those peppers will melt in with the olive oil, and the pan is hot enough. This is where I made a little note to myself that I have to switch the camera. Okay. Great. How are you this evening? Thanks, Paul. You're so sweet. I don't even know what you look like because your profile picture, oh yeah, it's really dark. How are you guys? How about a quarter cup of olive oil? Always stand back in case the pan is hotter than you think. And yes, I always eye things. So we got the middle grill going, and we could actually place the butter. So let's do that. And I could use the knife that I touched the lemon with, that Pepper tried to get in there. Maybe we should just add one little spice. Hey guys, how are you? Hi Deanna, how are you? Thank you. So that's going in the middle grill. Let's give it that spice, and let's put the garlic, shall we? Let's put the garlic, okay. How are you? Hi Mary. Oh, that's neat. I should do like a book signing, like if anyone else is coming to Vegas, let me know, and we'll make a mini invitation only book signing. And I think it'll be females only because I followed an influencer and she did that, but she lives in Guatemala, so, but she did that, and I thought that that was smart, you know, until you get to know people better. So we have these, although I've known people for a long time actually, so that's really cool. Let's like cut them in half. All right. That way it's really flavorful. Anything sus, like brown or like just suspicious, I cut away. Just if it doesn't look healthy, then I cut it away. I'm a very clean eater. Let's go here. All right, those look good, right? Let's get them. All right. Sorry about that. I think the camera like moved very sudden because I realized that I don't have a cameraman here. I'm usually shooting by myself. There we go. Oops, one tried to get away, but that one actually needs to be cut. Anything that has an edge on it, that won't be pleasant to eat. These will melt anyway, but let's put them in there. Okay. I'm so glad you guys are here. Normally I'm out, oops, like I said, but I'm here cooking. Oops, I definitely don't want to leave garlic on the bottom of the floor. And now I gotta wash my hands, sorry. And I actually have to wipe that because, yeah. Yep. Hey guys. Here, I'll just take you with me. I need to wash my hands again. Always better to be safe than sorry. And I don't usually dry my hands with this, but the rag's over there and I just don't want to keep jumping out of the shot. Okay. The dish towel, I should say. So the lobster isn't going on yet because the steak takes longer. And so we're gonna go ahead and throw that steak on. But first we're gonna make the pan a little hotter because I love the ASMR of it all. Here, let me move this so I can get closer. And then I could just grab the camera. This is where it would take me literally just 5 minutes to cook this whole meal. I can feel how hot the pan is. Oops, sorry. I can feel how hot the pan is. And I can hear it if it's sizzling. So remember, it's a steak, and I always want to like jump back too, because you know, you definitely don't want to burn if you can avoid it. As a matter of fact, I'll get the longer prong. Good old Rachel Ray, right? Remember the orange Rachel Ray? Some of these things are priceless. Okay. So that pan's pretty hot, so it can splatter. So you gotta really take precaution. I might have too much oil there. I don't want to deep fry it, so I'm gonna pour some of it out. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there. And then put the onion on the side. I'll probably end up cutting this video short, because I'll have to put that fan on and it's probably going to be too noisy, although I called the video from start to finish. Let me put it on high for a second and let me open the door. And if the smoke alarm comes on, then it'll probably only come on for like 10 seconds. Okay. Okay. How do you like your steak? I like mine medium. How do you like yours? Okay, let's turn that fire up now, because now we don't have to worry that the thing is going to explode when we put the steak in. So turn it like up so it cooks now. Alright, good. We could drop that lobster in. Yummy, huh? Let's go for it. Just drop it in. That was lemon that poured in there at first. It was soaking in lemon. See? All right. Oops. That little pepper got left behind. Let's bring them in. Let's bring them in. There's one in there. That one came from there. There's only one there. Let's grab another tong. Let's get one. It's here. Another baby Rachel Ray, and this one's smaller. And this is not an ad for Rachel Ray. This is a cooking show. So now I'm gonna flip those little lobsters, because I'm gonna mix those sauces around. Get that one little pepper just for a hint. This one has lemon, and it has sea salt and peppercorn. And the steak has A1 and Heinz and sea salt, peppercorn, and serrano peppers. With the lobsters again, because you can always shut the lobsters off. Put the garlic on top of there. And then come over here and say, hey, I got how many minutes until that steak is done? And luckily the smoke alarm didn't go off. I'm testing faith there by mentioning it. So, tonight we're having the real plates instead of paper plates, but we still eat with the silverware with the paper plates, so it's just nicer that way. But tonight the real plate with the lobsters again. And let's turn up that fire because the steak's almost done. And then flip them again and turn up the fire. Yeah, turn that way up on the lobster, not too much, because that steak still has at least 5 minutes. It's a ribeye, it has lots of grizzle, and we want to make sure it cooks right. Yay. I'm so hungry now. So how's your day? How's your evening going? Hey guys, are you eating this late on a weekend night? Let's flip it again. Because I like mine medium, and my mom likes it however I cook it. Put the onions on top so the onion savory goes straight into the vivacious ribeye. And it smells perfect. Absolutely perfect. Hey, what more could I ask for? Steak and lobster. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. It smells wonderful in here. I feel like I've already gotten away with the thing not going off because it's getting smoky in here, so I don't know what else I could do except open that garage door a little more. Let's see. Yeah, let's keep the garage door open more. Kitty. All right, let's flip it. Ooh, perfect. I mean, it's a little blacker than I wished for, but it's more important that the smoke alarm noise doesn't go off. That's okay. There's a lot of meat there. I'm just trying to get that, like, grizzle to cook more. Too much fat. I'll be cutting away a lot of meat off there, like cutting that whole part off. I won't serve that. God also, look at that. Ooh, that's ready to eat right now. Yum. There we go. Those are done after this load there. Woo! Oh, it smells great, in case you're wondering. My pan, Mary, it's, let me check the other pan. Because I bought like a couple. I bought them individually. Our table. Thanks for asking. This is not an Our Table ad. And I will be doing ads though soon, actually, because I normally go into a restaurant and I get like free food. I don't even have to ask, they just brought it to me. I guess they recognized, no, they saw that I was filming my food, and they figured it out, you know, and they brought me a whole plate of Kalbi. Do you know what that is? It's like Kalbi. It's like this succulent. It's kind of like this actually. It's like this piece right here. It's like rib eye. It's rib eye actually. Yeah, and it's like pieces like that. We don't want to overcook that piece right now. This steak is done. All you gotta do, if it's like, you can poke a hole in it if it looks rough and get it. Okay. You can tenderize it in the pan. Okay, the lobster I'm going to pull off here. It's different filming it than it is doing it. It normally takes me literally 5 minutes for this whole dinner. Believe it or not. Okay, let's put the lobster like they're pinwheels. That way they cook on one side, you know? Because to me they look like, and I know that they're a little bit rough still. Looking good. They call this pan steak. I normally don't make it. I have an oven, but it needs to be fixed. See, that whole side is going to be good tender inside, believe it or not. It's going to be red enough. I'm going to pull this steak off and disturb the parts that are edible. Okay, I'm going to pull this whole meal off and just like start gnawing into it. Thanks for joining. I'm using the real plates tonight, Saturday night. Woo, steak and lobster. That's it. I'm going to shut these fires off and pull them off the fire. Make sure it's not leaking. That's the lobster. I caught you. Thanks for joining. I love you, and thanks for hanging out. I miss you. I'll see you in the next video. Love you.